Are you there?
Uh-huh. Wait, am I? I can't. No, I'm not. My microphone's not on. My microphone's not on!
Oh, yeah, it is. Hold on. It has to be.
Oh, wait. Hello. Look, nothing's registering. Hello. See?
I love that when that happens. Maybe these are... Let me try the other one.
This microphone. Oh, there.
Oh, you're on mic 3 today for some reason.
Oh, weird.
Huh. Okay, well, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look at this. On it, it says...
Mic 3. I can't... Let's hear a round of applause for labeling.
Woo!
And you know the label over there that I love so much that says "Do not unplug"? Somebody took it down.
Oh my
God! I'm kind of depressed about that because it just made me feel good to see it every week.
Should we unplug it?
Well, no, the sign's gone.
No, I know, but now we don't. Now maybe we can unplug it.
I just plugged that in. I think you should leave it.
Okay, you should put up your own sign then.
Oh, I could. We could put up a lot of signs in here.
Kristina says
we should.
Emily
sometime.
Says
let's keep it a secret.
Like random signs, like don't touch. Like let's just pick a dial or a button that no one ever touches, and label it with like a bright red sticky. Like don't ever touch this button.
Yeah, we could redecorate the studio. Like
we should. It needs a woman's touch.
Yeah, little elves. We could come in the night and just redecorate.
Do you know what? I passed you on the way here. Did you see me?
Wait, but weren't we going in the same direction?
Nope, not at that point.
Why? What happened?
Oh, my kid forgot his allergy medication this morning, so I was running it to the school, and I was going right through North Tunbridge Village, and I saw you coming, and I waved really hard, but you were totally zoned out, just staring straight ahead.
People always say that about me.
You looked really mad, actually.
People say that, too. I don't think I'm mad. I think I'm just...
You had your floppy hat on.
No, it's not a floppy hat. It's, well, I'm not wearing it now because I had to put the headphones on, but I'll show you.
Like your ear hat, right?
No.
It wasn't your ear hat? It looked like it had ear flaps.
No, it's kind of that black hat that looks like a little Grecian.
Oh, okay. All right.
The nautical.
It wasn't like a toque, I could tell. It wasn't like a normal little tube hat.
I'm sort of stepping out on the town to wear a different hat today because it's hat season, and I'm so happy about that.
It is hat season.
It's great. But if only there was one good cup of coffee between Chelsea and Tunbridge, just one. That's all I would ask for out of life.
Yeah, I don't know where you could get that.
It's just to have to leave home, and there's nothing between.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stores and a little restaurant, and not one of them has a good cup of coffee. Have you tried all of them?
I was hoping he wouldn't bring that up.
Oh, sorry. I'm just.
I'm not trying to put anybody down, but
there probably isn't a good cup of coffee, but
my standards for coffee
high.
Are very, very high.
Yep.
Yeah, so I have to go up to Barrie to get a good cup of coffee. Or let's see, if you're going south, where can you get one? What's
my microphone smells like a mechanic's shop and like meat.
Like WD-40?
No, like
30?
Axle grease. You want to smell it?
Nope. No, thank you.
It's a little of that and a little like bacon.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. I meant no, thank you.
Oh, sorry. I'm losing my headphones. Okay. Whoa, they're falling off the back of my head again.
Yeah, well, cheese does make life worth living.
I saw. Did you see Kendra is in Denmark right now, and she posted some graffiti about cheese.
Really?
I know she did it for us.
I was actually hoping that those were old pictures of her being in Denmark.
No, she's there right now.
I thought to myself, she can't possibly be taking another trip.
Yep.
I mean, she works her butt off. I know that. But I just don't think it's fair that she can be so footloose and fancy-free and go places that I want to go.
No, me too.
And then show it all off. But that picture of her was so cute.
I know.
She's a cutie.
She is.
We'll get her back on the show.
I know. I was sad when I suddenly realized she was in Denmark. I was like, wait a minute. She's far away from us.
Yeah.
That's not good. What if we need her really quickly?
Yeah, like last week. Oh my gosh.
I know.
You know, where we left off, I was here and your car was in the ditch.
She probably couldn't have gotten here either, though. She was stuck that same night on her trying to get home, waiting for the plow truck to come because she was stuck with a whole line of other cars that were stuck. So she probably couldn't get here either.
Exactly. And you, again, stuck in a cow pasture.
It wasn't a cow pasture.
Yes, it was.
There was no cows. It's actually a little hayfield of our neighbors.
Yeah, well, it was close to a cow pasture. I mean, that's just the story of your life.
I'm glad I went off a few feet after where I could have gone off, because at the top of their little field, they have these decorative old rusty iron, what do you call them? They're just farm implements. Like there's an old plow, an old hay tedder. They're all lined up at the base of their driveway, and I went off right after. So I could have crashed into all their little decorative farm equipment.
Whoa, so glad that you didn't.
I know.
That would not have made much sense.
No, that would have been bad. Anyway.
Well, after I left here, of course, I didn't make it all the way home.
I know, I heard.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I wanted so badly to catch you before you left, but I knew you would have left early too, and there was no hope unless you were checking your messages while you were driving.
Yeah.
Which wasn't probably going to happen since it's against the law.
True.
We are very law-abiding.
True, but it's not against the law to be a flagman with a bad attitude, is it?
God, no, it isn't.
No. And guess where they're paving? I just never thought that they would ever pave there.
Near you?
No. The Appalachian Gap. Right over the top.
It's paved, isn't it?
Yeah, it's paved, but they're repaving it. I don't know why, but the flagmen up there are really mad.
Maybe they're cold, Kristina.
It wasn't cold the day that I went, and I was following all the hand signals properly. And he scowled at me, and he made some kind of a gesture with his arm, when guys like throw their arm up.
Damn hippie
and you're
woman.
supposed to be able to tell what they're trying to say to you. So I just kind of stopped the car where I thought I was supposed to stop it. And then he kept looking over at me and scowling. But it was a good exercise. You know how good that is for you to have to just look somebody in the eye who is sending you daggers and just be neutral or even nice.
I always just freak out like, oh my God, what am I doing? And then I get into a state of panic. Like, I need to rectify this situation. I need to make them not hate me.
Yeah, I didn't go there with the guy.
I don't care if Appalachian flagmen hate me.
I just thought, little man. Just, I love you, little man. So when I drove by, I just looked over at him, and he was still trying to scowl, but you could see it was starting to, erode, and he couldn't quite hold up the ferocity that he had initially.
Good.
So
your love wore him down.
Yeah, I love bombed him with my love gun, because it's hunting season, so I used my love gun.
Oh, good.
Effectively.
Good.
But I had a question for you. Is it possible to have let's see how did I put this? Be a vegetarian hunter? Is there a hunting season for vegetarians?
That's called gardening. Harvest. I don't know. I was a vegetarian, but I'm not a hunter either. I've gone with my dad hunting.
Sure. Well, a lot of us vegetarians really have close friends and family that are hunters. And, well, I just want to know what it's okay to say to them. Can you say, for example, the hunter's walking out the door, and so you say, have a great time. Just don't kill anything.
I used to always hope that my dad wasn't going to kill anything. But then, even as a vegetarian, I was sort of happy for him when he did, because he's good at it. He's humane, and he's a good shot, and he's very into the circle of life and herd management and all that kind of stuff. And I understand how it makes sense.
He eats it too, which is good.
And he eats every bit of it.
At least if you're going to do that, you're going to eat it.
And he even uses like the other parts too, like the hide and things. And
yeah,
he's just so excited. He's like a little boy at Christmas if he gets a deer. And so I have a really hard time begrudging him his excitement, I guess. And I know that's one deer that at least didn't get a bad shot and run around, bleeding and suffering for days, like so many others do.
Yeah, good point. Thanks, Butch.
Anyhow.
Butch is saving America.
Although he's a little obsessive. He's now I won't even see him. He's supposed to be working at my farm right now. He's supposed to be building a barn right now, and he's nowhere because it's hunting season somewhere. Well, so that's where he is.
Listen, this is what I have to say to Butch.
Get home and
Butch,
do my barn.
You're saving America one dead deer at a time.
Does he really need to be like, oh my God, it's hunting season in Maine. I need to go there now. Why? Why? Isn't Vermont enough for you?
Yeah, there's a little bit of wilderness here.
Yeah. He already got a deer, but it was a little doe during
Well, that's why he went.
Season.
You have a quota.
Now he's got to use the gun.
You can't just willy-nilly go taking 1,000,000 of them.
I know, but anyway.
Yeah, so cheese does make life worth living.
Yeah.
And we don't have to kill it.
No. No. I have to tell you something, though.
What?
So rennet, which is what makes cheese...
stomachs of cows.
Yeah, which is what makes cheese...
I know.
Like cheese.
I have eaten rennetless cheese. I have.
Is that a thing? I think there's fake rennet now anyway. They don't really go around scraping the stomach of baby cows.
There's vegetarian rennet.
Whatever.
And Andrzej, my new cousin, the cheese dealer from Vienna.
Doesn't use rennet?
Well, the first thing he said to me, I said, I love cheese. Of course, what do you say to a cheese seller? I love cheese. Mm-hmm. He said, do you have raw milk cheese? And I honestly, stupidly, didn't really know the answer to whether what I buy at the co-op, if I can even legally buy in the co-op, in the store.
Yeah, it says right on it. If it's packaged in the little co-op cellophane, I think it's usually raw milk cheese, like the Havarti with dill that I always get. I think so. I think it says raw cow's milk on it.
Well, that's great. Good. So it's not illegal.
Oh,
good. So I said yes. And then I wondered if I was lying. I always feel bad if I think maybe I said yes when I should have done more research.
Your Andrzej cousin cheesemaker, I would have been in sort of like starstruck
celebrity
mode. Like, oh my God,
I'm going to try to arrange something. I am. Andrzej would have so much fun here.
I would want his autograph and some cheese samples.
We could have him on the show.
Cheese. We could have a whole cheese hour.
Oh, gosh. Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
I'll talk to my brother.
The microphone smell is always a real big issue for me.
Maybe I just don't even breathe when I'm here. I think
this microphone head is one I've never used before. Doesn't quite fit. See, look. And that's not that it's like falling off. It's actually slanted like that.
It's like I can't pull it down. It's like a hat that doesn't fit. And it looks pretty dumb. But you look great.
Thanks. But this microphone, there always is an issue with my microphone. It's either the fuzzy Muppet one that tickles up my nose, or it's that one that smelled like tuna fish, which may be the one that you have over there now.
No.
But this one is 100% smells like axle grease, and I was wrong. It wasn't bacon. It's Chinese food. It's old Chinese food that's like sat in the container in your fridge for a while.
Oh, God.
That's what it smells like.
When you say that, I think of the college student DJs that just, they live right around here in the neighborhood and they just kind of amble in. They can just basically fall out of bed and come be a DJ for an hour or two and play their favorite music and eat Chinese food in here.
That's what's happened.
We don't have that luxury at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Where do they even get Chinese food around here?
Wow, I have no idea.
Randolph, I
Probably
guess.
the same place you can get the good cup of coffee.
Probably. Oh, Kristina.
What?
We never introduced our show.
Go ahead. It's never too late.
Right. You guys are listening, if that is, you are listening to 11th...
Well, the people that are listening are actually listening.
11th Hour Radio with Kristina, Stykos, and Emily Howe, and we come to you live every Friday, except for when we go off the road or are in New York or some other millions of reasons why we're not here. I forgot what I was going to say. Every Friday at 11 o'clock a.m.
And did you have a name?
I said 11th Hour. We're on Royalton Community Radio.
No, did
WFVR. Yes, I gave us names.
Excuse me, did you personally have a name? You, not the show. Do you have a name?
I said Kristina, Stykos, and Emily Howe.
I just wanted you to say it again.
Oh, okay.
Just the idea of having my name going out over the airwaves.
Kristina.
Over the river, flying over the river. It gives me a thrill.
I know.
Even if two people are listening, it's okay.
we got the podcast. You guys can find our podcasts at 11thhourradio.com, or you can subscribe on iTunes. Our station for very, very local people is 96.5 WFVRLP.
That's it.
There, I've done our duty.
Okay,
now we can go back to talking nonsense.
So now the big question. What would you think about combining Halloween and Christmas? And
have you not seen the movie The Nightmare Before Christmas? That
No.
movie combines everything right in that movie.
I thought this was my idea.
Is Halloween,
I thought this was my idea.
Sing songs about catching Santa and putting him in a bag and filling his beard with burdock and see if he is sad.
Oh, gosh.
The little goblins. It's because Halloween Town is mad because everyone loves Santa and they don't love the goblins. So they decide to kidnap Santa.
Well, see, my idea was, since you always see those signs that say "Put the Christ back in Christmas," and I thought, well, if you could scare Jesus back into Christmas.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know that term "scare the bejesus"?
Yes,
I think that has something.
You're onto something there.
Yeah, I think so. And you could dress up in costumes on Christmas morning.
Right, you could be crucified and rock around with your trick or treat thing,
and give pumpkins.
And be bleeding out your hands.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's just a lot of potential here, but I wanted to make sure with you first.
It's a mixture. It's a mixture of good and evil.
Yeah. It's more balanced. Let's put the balance back into Christmas. We don't want it to be all happy. Let's make it
I'm
scary.
happy at Halloween too.
Well, you like getting scared, so why not get scared?
I don't like getting scared. I hate getting scared. I just like costumes, and I like chocolate.
I have to say, your costume was pretty radical.
My costume was the product of 5 minutes because...
Who made that hair?
I found it at the thrift store, or my little boy found it at the thrift store and said, Mom, we have to get this.
Which thrift store?
The Listen one in White River.
Wow, that was a really good... I'm surprised somebody else hadn't snatched that up.
I know. I
Whose
think they
hair
just
was
put it
it?
out. I don't know. I kept thinking that I was some character that I couldn't identify.
Yeah.
But
it looked like hair. I thought you were going to say what it was.
No, it was just
big plastic hair.
Weird hair.
It's like Bart Simpson's wife or something. Her hair.
It's like a big, giant foam Betty wig or something. But it came about 3 feet off my head, tall.
Yeah.
So I felt
How
tall.
did it feel to be taller?
It was kind of weird, even if it was only the top of my head that was tall.
Yeah, but you could imagine being up there and looking down on the world, right?
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. It's
I do love to dress up.
I was glad that you did it.
Thanks.
Because I sure as heck wasn't gonna.
I only did it for a little while. I normally dress up when I take my kids trick-or-treating too, and I just sort of hover dressed up in the shadows while they go and knock on doors, but I didn't this year. It was just so cold that I wore all my parkas and winter boots and mittens and hats, and I hovered in the shadows like that.
Nice. I'm so glad I didn't have to do it. So thank you. And all the people out there that did it, thank you. It allowed me to stay home, and I know I had a great time. I can't even remember what I did.
It was wicked cold that night.
I was alone.
You probably had a fire.
I was lonely. I was dejected.
Then why were you having a great time then?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I like being depressed.
You don't.
I mean, to a point. No, it's not. It's not depression. I don't want to joke about depression. I like being sort of meaningfully melancholy. It's a difference.
Oh yes.
Than being depressed. It's something that you could actually be stimulated to commit a creative act out of that. Whereas if you're depressed, you just can't even get off the couch or the floor. You can't like peel yourself into any action. But this other state, it can be very motivating, like a springboard. It's like sitting on a diving board like all day and feeling agitated, and then finally you get up and you take the dive.
Yeah.
You look like you were thinking about something else there.
I don't remember what I was thinking about. I was thinking about what you were saying, but then I wandered.
Yeah. Well, that was because you were having
There's a dog in a sweater outside the door, and it's peeing on everyone's cars. Is that a sweater?
What are you looking at? We should pull all the blinds down so you can concentrate.
Do you see that dog?
Yes, I do. It's
wearing a little sweater, and it's been going in a row and peeing on everyone's cars.
Yeah,
but I was just waiting for it to get to my car.
There's a human attached to it.
Look, it's going to pee on that Prius. Watch this. We're not going to get to see it. It's going to go around the backside.
They're going around the front. I did want to tell you there's an electric car charging station over at the Vermont Law School.
I know. It's been there all year.
What I don't understand is there a gas pump involved with that?
No. Have you seen that? Is it Tesla station in White River?
No.
I mean in West Lebanon?
No.
There's like 12 of them in a row, and I've never, ever seen anything over there charging. So it's a giant waste of a parking lot.
No, they're getting ready. They're getting ready for the wave of electric cars.
But those things have been there for like 3 years. They're going to fall apart by the time anybody has enough electric cars to go over there and use it.
Just be patient. Come
on. They should have been patient. They should have waited a little longer, and they should have put like a falafel booth or something there while we're waiting.
Boy, are you in a bad mood?
Just to gear people in the right direction. I'm not in a bad mood. It is the bad Friday, though, when my kids go away.
But so you know what's good about the bad Friday?
There's something I can eat all their candy while they're gone.
And we can have grilled cheese.
All right, today, good. That will cheer me up.
Over at the diner, the 108.
I love their grilled cheese.
I love the 108. I just love it for the name. I don't want to sit at that stupid little table, though. Could we please get a booth?
Well, we always go in there right at lunchtime, and all the booths are taken.
I hate that. Let's kick somebody out. It's not fair for the same people to get the booths all the time.
They're not the same people.
Yes, they are. They're the people.
Don't you feel guilty when we go in as a twosome and the booths are made for 4 people and we take them up?
I don't care. I need room. I need to spread out. I've got stuff to show you.
What are you going to show me?
I got a suitcase.
I kind of like that little table up on the little stage in the window.
Yeah, that's okay.
You can see people coming.
That would be my second choice after the booth.
The booth's tricky because people can pop up on you and you didn't know they were coming.
Yeah, but you can also turn your back a little bit so that they can't see you. And I can wear my hat.
Okay. All right.
We have to play a track of music now.
Okay.
Because it's time. Our timing. We can't get too much off our game here. I picked out a song that is by Tad Davis. And Tad lives, I believe, in this town, Royalton, somewhere around here.
Davis is a Royalton kind of name.
That's right. He's a Davis of the famous Davis clan. And the song is called Pretty Girl. And that's easy to grasp, that concept. If you were worried that this was going to go over your head, fear not. Here we go. Let's give it a try.
I wanna be something. I wanna reach the stars, then fall back down right into your arms. You light up my life in such a simple way. 3 little words, you should say them every day. Take me away, my pretty girl. Take me away to another world where there's nothing without you to hold on to. Somebody told me back when I was single, boy, you ought to just get out of me.
that was Tad Davis. Pretty girl.
Did you turn on the... Oh, yeah. You turned on my microphone.
I got the right one. I'm just very slick today.
How come you never, when I'm just interrupting you and babbling, how come you never just shut my microphone off? You're in the power seat over there. You could do it, and I wouldn't even know. You could just be like, I'm going to shut Emily off right now.
No, I like the stupid things you say because the stupider it is, the better I look. So you be stupid.
That is true.
And I will be just elevated.
It's like the opposite of, it's like the United States next to Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what?
What?
Okay, there's this really funny article on the internet where their Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, is snuggling some baby pandas, and he's already like ridiculously adorable already, and it's like the picture is so over the top adorable that you basically just want to whisk him away to a desert island with his pandas right there and then. But Canada's all mad about it. They're like, oh, everybody wants to come to our country already. This is the last thing we need. Justin Trudeau cuddling pandas.
People are anytime somebody starts reaching, to that height of celebrity, I think they start to get their detractors. And so he's gotten so popular and so idealized, and for good reasons, but also I think he's not perfect.
Of course not.
But yeah, so hey, time to tear him down. Why not?
They're mad that people are just so into
him and
him
not
and their
them.
country.
Yeah.
No, I think they're into the country too. But
I love me some Canadians.
Me too.
I have some great Canadian friends. I really, really do. Hey, do you want to personally grow today?
Do I have to?
Well, it's up to you.
All right, I will.
Okay. I have a bit of a rant.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. What do you think?
What direction rant is this going to be?
It's like one that'll just pull you down into the gutter.
All right, and then when you stop, I'll take over from there. These horrible beetles are back. Why aren't they dead by now? Kristina!
I know, they're all over.
No, Kristina.
What?
Do you notice anything about
what?
Out of our window?
What? Oh, the tree's gone.
There's usually a giant tree in front of our window and we didn't even notice.
Wow, they took it down. I thought there was something different. You know why?
The tree with the little hanging ball sacks that disgusts me.
You know what?
Where is it?
You know how I said, I looked out the window today and I said, wow, that's actually a really nice looking playground. Because I wanted to go, I felt like I wanted to go play because all of a sudden I could see the sandbox and I could see the little rowing boat.
So weird. Until this second, I didn't even notice this horrible tree.
That's why the tree is gone. But the bugs are still around. They're wondering, where is our tree?
There's like a new influx of them because they've come off the tree and they're here instead.
And as I was coming in, I thought of you because there were all these bugs on the door. And
Yeah,
they were
I saw 'em
falling. They were
coming up
falling,
the
like
stairs.
raining down.
God.
Box elder bugs, whatever. Something like that.
Aren't these supposed to like kill you or something? No?
No.
All right.
Oh, there's some big ravens. This is really quite a day, and I think we're going to just see more things out of our window.
I know. We
now
watched
that the tree is
watched a chubby little baby down on the playground falling asleep on the seesaw earlier.
He was trying to fall asleep. He couldn't get comfortable. He kept trying to like angle himself in a different way so that he could put his head down on his arms.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't going to work.
And then he was sort of stuck.
He got stuck in the rowboat.
Yes.
Couldn't get out. And there was nobody around, so we thought, man, what's going to happen to this poor little dude?
Now that this tree's gone, we're going to be highly distracted by the things going on outside our window now.
Yeah, just like we just have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go back to personally growing me.
Here's my little rant. I just wanted to talk about a common dilemma that often women, specifically single mothers, fall prey to. I'm sorry Kendra's not here for this conversation because she would be so good with this. So you're going to have to fill in for her and say the things that she would say. So this is the thing is that it's the dilemma of accepting help, even either monetary or some other kind of support in return for endless acquiescence and tolerance of bad behavior from their partners. So. Single mothers are often, a little hard up, And I have noticed a pattern where they're willing to put up with some really terrible situations because basically they're getting the support they need for their children. Now,
Then they wouldn't be single, though.
no, but they left being single so that they could.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Well,
They enter
usually
into
that's the
relationships.
situation before they end up being single, because that was sort of the situation before I was single, although I'm not single again, but like that's how come you stay in a rotten situation, because what else are you going to do if you have no way to support your children, if you've been the one raising them? How do you run away from a bad situation?
Pretty tough.
You're like, all right, are we going to be emotionally okay, or are we going to be financially okay? Like, you only get one. So that's kind of hard.
So it's hopeless. Well, I was just thinking how it's kind of an ancient deal that's been made with the patriarchy. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's that if you behave, then I won't
get to
take
survive.
I won't take things away from you.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think we're going to get any growth from that topic. It's like, I think we're all still too angry about that topic to grow
I know.
in any direction.
Well,
And I
maybe-
think it's a pretty hopeless situation that we aren't going to find any peace from.
Well, the thing is, by the time if you have children in as many of us do, just have children well, I don't want to say haphazardly, but not really thinking about what the long-term consequences are going to be. You're just kind of wrapped up in this idea of having a family, and you're still feeling pretty positive about that whole idea. Mm-hmm. But things can really go south quickly.
Yeah, I was not so positive about it after I had my first child, but I had the second one because I didn't want my first child to be an only child and go it alone.
Exactly.
Even though I was not in a position in my relationship to add another child to that. I just didn't like the idea of him, my one son, fighting through like what hell was to come by himself.
I heard that exact same argument from another friend recently, and she just had a second baby. And it's still the same.
Which I don't know if it's a good idea or not, really.
Well,
but I mean, I would never trade my kids in for anything ever, but I feel bad to subject yet another human being to a grotesque situation. But
yeah, it's tricky. Well, I just on a positive note, I feel like if our society could evolve around this, it would be to just allow for more community support around relationships, so that if relationships aren't working, somebody's not being treated well, or there's just an inability to get along, whatever it is, that instead of pushing people into divorce court, we actually had a process by which we help people transition out of being partners. So, with real support, if there were, because when you go to court, it's just there's this side and there's that side. But it shouldn't be that way. It should be like, okay, we're going to make this work for everybody. It's not a horrible thing to part ways. Sometimes it's necessary.
Yeah, the motto in court is, guess what? Today everybody loses. That's sort of the motto.
It's all about failure. It's divorce as failure. Divorce equals failure.
I feel like there's not a lot of support for single women after a split in a small town anyway. You bet. Isolated and ostracized, and everyone thinks like, ooh, what'd she do to make this happen? It's the guy does usually, I'm being general here, as I often am, the guy gets a free pass. Doesn't matter kind of what he did. The woman was the one who was supposed to hold it all together, and she didn't. And so you kind of get everybody looking at you like, and not being terribly supportive. And it's yeah.
Well, that's why I actually left town. When that happened to me, I left the town where I had hoped to spend the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I just picked up and left because I didn't feel supported. I could not believe that people sat around in silence
Yeah. No,
after
ditto.
what I had been through.
But I didn't leave because my family was here. And
yeah, your situation's a lot different.
I couldn't leave them.
Yeah. I had like 2 or 3 friends that I felt were really understood what was going on. And but I just had to bail and go to a completely anonymous part of the world and start again.
To so badly, but
yeah. Well, it's, some things unfortunately follow you wherever you go, but in another respect, it was a good decision. Mm-hmm. So then I could be ostracized over here. What the heck? Yeah, no, but then, this flip side of it is being a single young, attractive single woman moving into a small town in Vermont. There's a lot of suspicion still.
Yeah, then you're the Jezebel.
Yeah, exactly.
Here comes the train, though.
Oh my God,
That
everything
should make
has
you feel
to
better.
stop for just a sec. I'm just going to sink into it.
Now that there's no leaves on the trees.
Okay, let's all go.
Sorry, I won't talk for a minute.
It's
Wait.
okay.
This is like her little moment of silence.
I go
praying to the train conductor god.
No, this shows you the power of sound to take you somewhere. A sound.
Because you're a sound engineer, so that sense on your body is more highly developed than the rest of us.
Well, maybe.
I like the train too, but I don't get all like orgasmic like you do when it goes by. Christina's over there with her eyes like rolled back in her head, just like, oh my God, it's a train.
Well, since I quit drinking, I've got to get high.
You quit drinking?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Months ago.
Oh my God, I guess I
Can't you
not
tell
noticed.
my clarity and how much more intelligent I am now?
Well, you weren't drinking on your way here before, were you?
My IQ was no, I wasn't that
Okay.
bad. No, I wasn't that bad. No, I just decided it was time to try an alternative way of living. So instead of being just
we can not drink together. That's cool.
Well, I did think that would be a bonding, over grilled cheese. We can not drink.
We never did we?
No, I might have had a beer at your house once in a while, but
yeah.
I mean, it's not that I think there's anything bad with drinking or that I'm going to quit forever, but actually, I think what the conclusion that I was coming to is that if you're drinking on a regular basis, and more than a drink a day, I think it makes you psychically vulnerable over time. I think that your I don't know what you call it, your energy field gets kind of weakened, and then you become...
Well, it has to do something to you, because even 1 drink a day is supposed to up your risk for breast cancer and all these other things. So it has to do something to your immune system and other things. It's got to. I think it does.
I don't think the science is in on that. I think there's disagreements about 1 drink a day. That could be good.
Well, they say that men are supposed to because it reduces the risk of heart disease.
Well, there's so many factors. I don't think you can isolate it like that.
But then they get a beer gut. That can't be reducing the risk of heart disease.
I like a little meat on a guy.
I don't like a beer gut, though.
I don't care.
If they're meat all over, that's fine.
Usually
I don't like disproportionately placed meat or whatever. If their stomach is not in proportion to the rest of them, if you're a stocky guy, that's kind of sexy. If you just have a gut and little chicken legs, totally not okay.
Well, for you, because you're a young, attractive...
No, I'm not.
I mean, you wouldn't be with a guy like that, but, if you're a woman who's more like you just described, then maybe you want a guy like that, so you can feel... I mean, people do want to kind of feel comfortable with each other, and so similar body types often will come together, and I think that's a good thing. So... I mean, if a person has, an issue that creates an outward manifestation, like a beer belly, it's okay.
I guess, but
I think it's okay. I don't have any judgment about
beer,
that.
I just don't want there to be a body part created from beer.
Nobody's asking you to get close to a beer belly.
I know.
You don't have to.
No.
You have a nice, slim little sheep herder at home.
I do have a nice, slim little sheep herder at home.
So he's out there running around with the animals all day, so he doesn't have a beer gut, but...
I've almost got him to quit drinking, too. He
doesn't drink much.
No, he doesn't drink much.
Why should he quit?
I don't know. I just...
Let him have a little happiness.
He only likes really expensive wines.
Good.
So I'm like, do you know how much money we probably spend on expensive wine that I'm not even drinking?
Yeah, but you'll drink less of it if it's expensive. You won't chug it.
But
So I think that's good. You should just let him have his nice little fine glass of wine, because it's good. It relaxes him.
All right.
Yeah, you don't want it to be all uptight when you get to bed, right? I love John.
I like your description of my skinny little sheep herder at home. He's not at home today. He's subbing, and I had to sub yesterday for the class from hell, and he's got them today.
You
and I was
said that on the air.
I know. Well, they know.
We don't know what grade it is.
No, you don't.
Which one is it?
My God, I can't tell you. Anybody who goes to that school knows, though. Oh my gosh.
Which floor is it on?
The first floor.
Okay, that narrows it down. Is it on the right or the left?
They were in such. There is no right or left. Everything's left when you get in there.
Oh, I forget that school. I haven't been in it very much.
Oh my gosh. I thought I was going to be eaten alive yesterday.
Really?
I had to have the principal basically come in and sit in my classroom.
Okay, just tell me how old they are.
No, they're not old. They're not old enough to be doing this to people.
They're too young to be that bad.
They're lovely one at a time. Like every one of those kids in that class, I would say is a lovely child. Well, no,
they should.
But one at a time, they're quite nice. But together, it's like
I have to show you this. There was a Facebook video going around about this experimental. Instead of detention, they were getting kids to meditate.
Yes, they should do that.
Yeah, so I think that would be a good program because the kids were doing yoga and stuff like that. And, focusing their energy in a different way.
Yeah, and a lot of the teachers have been sort of experimenting with different types of when the kid is acting out, different types of movement and exercises and stuff to try to channel that a little bit. And I think that's great.
Yeah, detention's just terrible.
One teacher has to be out for many, many, many days. So we've got a string of subs and the kids are just losing it.
Are you going to do it again?
Yep, I got to do it again on Monday. And I just pray this weekend lasts for a very long time.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
You got yourself into that, so
I did.
I can't be that sorry for you.
I think they should pay that teacher way, way more than they're paying her. I mean,
I'm sure
10 minutes
that's
in
true.
that class. I don't know. Do you have to pay play music? Is that why you're gesturing?
Yeah, I'm pointing at the computer because I got to play this great track.
All right.
Called "Don't Step on the Groove."
Groove.
Mercy, my, this groove has got me high. Mercy, mo, it just won't let me go. What else can I do but put on my dancing shoes? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. But reality calls me, it's someone else's dream. I got to shortchange things on what they seem. Don't you step on that groove, let it shine on through. Swimming in my coffee, I'm dancing on the moon. I'm just holding on, not to fly away. This groove is moving from Boston to LA. Feels so good to be moving my feet. My heart's on fire, swinging with the beat. Now who can stop it? Lord knows they'll try. Land of the serious, don't know how angels fly. Don't you step on that groove, let it dance on through. Grab your partner, take a swing at the truth. Don't you step on that groove, oh yeah. Don't you step on that groove. Someone else's dream. You know I got shortchanged things on what they seem. Don't you step on that groove, let it shine on through. Swimming in my coffee, I'm dancing on the moon. Don't you step on that groove, oh yeah. Don't you step on that groove, oh. Don't you step on that groove.
That was Davy Davis. Don't step on the groove.
You're going all Davis all day.
All Davis, all day. That's my motto. Yeah. Well, I just,
he's your skinny little sheep herder at home, but he's not really. He's your skinny little...
He's a ridge runner. He's
trout.
an old ridge runner.
Trout.
Wearing trout
Man.
wearing. Yeah. Well, that's the thing,
That is the thing.
That's the thing is that,
you gotta have them a little bit for few things.
Well, I like to play music that I'm not going to get hit up for royalties on the podcast because they're
so when you date the musician, you're like, woo, don't have to pay you, honey.
Well, there's many people in that category. That
true. And you're not dating all of them.
I'm not being partial to somebody in the family.
I know. His music is good.
I mean, I am. Actually, I am. But I play my own stuff too. It's shameless. It's awful.
I played all your stuff when you were gone.
Hey, go ahead, fire me. Okay?
You're so not fired.
On ethical grounds. Okay. Well, anyway, what else did I have to talk to you about? Let's see. You can pick. I'm going to go down the list, okay? There was changing habits, moving my desk, my reputation.
Am I supposed to shout out when I hear something?
Yeah, when something kind of catches your...
catches my fancy.
Cat begging, keyboard shortcut of the week.
Cat begging is I didn't know it was a thing. I always thought, because we never had cats until now, it's far worse than dogs.
Oh, I was going to ask you. I thought, because I know dogs beg, but cats? I'm confused. They're not supposed to.
My dog doesn't beg anything. We actually have to trap the cats in the laundry room when we're trying to eat, because cats also have this stupid, innocent, we can't jump up on the table and try and take the food right out of your mouth. The dog doesn't at least do that. The dog just sort of sits on the floor a ways away and looks at you sadly. But the cats are so pushy, and they pretend like they have no idea they're not supposed to be on the counter or the table.
Cats don't learn.
Well, I cannot decide if cats are the smartest or the stupidest animals on the whole planet. They do some really smart things, really smart and irritating, and then they do some really stupid things. I have never... Every time the cat gets up on the table or the counter, I do the scruff thing. I pick it up by the back of its little neck and put it down and say no sharply, the same way as you would train, a dog or something. Dogs learn. Cats do not learn, or they're just smarter and they know you can't stop us, human. When you're not here, we're going to do it.
That's right. Yeah, you have to redesign your whole house for a cat, which I did. I just got the cat gates in.
There is no gate that can stop a cat. What are you talking about?
No, there is. I've been
to the ceiling?
I've been thinking almost. I've been thinking about it for years. I've been thinking about the design of these gates. And so finally I hired my neighbor, Dan Mascavita, to come up and I had some lumber in the basement, which he was able to use. And he built two beautiful, they're really works of art, cat gates, one for the first staircase and then one for the second. So now if they get through the first gate, then they can't get through the second gate into my studio.
What does a cat gate look like? Is it electrified? How do you stop a cat? I can't stop them.
It's a gate. It's a gate. It's about 3.5 feet tall.
Can your cats not jump? What?
No, because it's up 2 steps. So it doesn't start till the second step. So then it goes up even taller. So imagine 2 steps plus the height of the cat gate is basically what they'd have to jump.
That would do nothing for my cats.
No, you'll see. It's pretty good. It's also got railings in it, so they can't kind of scramble up it.
My cats are up everything. I can't keep them. I just can't keep them out of things. They chew open the bread wrapper. What do they want with that? They have plenty of food on the ground.
They like crinkling too. My cats all run over to the kitchen when I crinkle a bag.
I'm in awe.
Do you get annoyed by it?
Yeah, because
I get super...
I don't want to have to keep putting one down when I'm eating my food because they're trying to take it literally from my mouth.
Right. Do they ever try to get your attention by running under your feet and acting?
They bat at my head.
They bat at your head?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we're just too nice to them.
I just don't know how to raise cats properly, I guess. But.
Yeah, so.
Okay, all right. Keep continuing on down your list.
Okay, let's see. Early ballot. I picked up my early ballot at the town clerk's. I did, and it's sitting on my kitchen table, and I could have filled it out already. Well, I could have filled it out, but I'm sort of waiting. I'm waiting to see if Hillary and Donald get arrested.
You can do this thing, I guess, where you can trade votes with people, or
What?
I think it's legal.
No.
Yeah, you can go to some like site on a state that maybe is a swing state, and you can like buy somebody's vote.
This sounds like carbon
I
tax.
think. I don't know. I saw something about this vaguely on Facebook this morning, but I was whizzing by so fast, just trying to.
So thanks for sharing and
Get a
spreading
grip.
that misinformation.
Sorry, I don't know. Go look it up, you guys. Maybe
sounds-
you can do it.
That sounds absurd.
It probably is.
But we'll check it out because we check everything out that sounds really unlikely. Because it's fun. It's fun when it is actually going to happen. So let's see.
But you don't like to swim, do you?
Oh, I know. I noticed your Facebook post that said that they had turned up the water temperature over at VTC.
Yeah,
So you
it's
might
like-
actually swim.
It's warm. It's usually
I like the wetsuit concept. Isn't it kind of fun to wear a wetsuit?
yeah. You cannot get those puppies off though.
Oh, that's probably true.
You have to peel them off, and they hurt, and they pull like your skin. And my kids always scream and scream when I take it off. I mean, they're happy when it's on because they're warm, but it is hard to get them off. They suck to you.
Yes, of course they do. Yeah, I can tell. by
But
your
they
s-
don't technically need them over at the VTC pool anymore because it seems to be like they've listened to my complaints for years about how cold the water is.
I see. That's so fascinating.
But I assume since you don't like Halloween, you also don't like swimming pools.
I don't like bathing suits. That's my problem. I will not wear one. Would they let me go in with
do you own one?
cutoffs?
Do you own a bathing suit?
I do, but I do because I always feel like in an emergency I might need one, but I just keep it in the bottom drawer and I never, ever, ever, ever put the thing on.
What kind of is
I
it
think
like
it's
a
bad,
bathing suit from a?
It's a bad fashion. It's just a fashion that shouldn't
Why
exist.
don't you look in
We
the
should
LL
just-
Bean catalog?
No.
There's some very lovely, modest bathing suits
no.
in there.
No, I just wear cutoffs. Come on, what's wrong with that? And a top.
They make swim dresses. Oh wait, you don't like
I
dresses.
hate dresses.
Okay, God,
dresses
sorry,
are
two strikes
tools of the
against it.
oppressor. I am not going to wear a dress
All
ever.
right,
By
all right.
the way,
what
ever.
about one of the little stripy, like wrestlers, like the old time bathing suits, like my kids wear over at the museum?
Emily, excuse me.
What, Kristina?
I will never wear a bathing suit.
It's technically not a bathing suit. It's like a
Yes,
wrestling suit.
that's just putting another name on something
It's got
that's
shorts, little shorts built in.
no. That's a device. I just want clothing.
swim in.
I just like clothing. I just like a basic clothing piece.
Cutoffs hamper your movement and could drown you. They could. What if a turtle or something clamps on to your stringy little cutoffs and drags you down to your watery grave? I just want to go bathing suit shopping with you because it would be so funny.
It would not be.
It would be
No.
so funny.
It's not at all funny. It's very unfunny. But my reputation for moving heavy objects has been enhanced.
Are you
this
reading
week.
something right now? It sounds like you're reading.
No, I just wrote the words "my reputation."
Oh, okay.
That's
All
what
right.
I read off my paper, my reputation, and I realized what that all was about was that
I can't move anything heavy.
it's when you move something while other people are there, but they don't even realize you've moved it, like something huge.
Like this tree
I mean,
outside of our
huge.
window.
Not that huge. No, my desk. I have this desk. It's an old-fashioned desk. I got
Are you
it up.
trying to throw that desk away?
No, I was not.
Oh, it's that other thing that you want to throw away, that you want to take to the restore. That's big.
Well, my desk, I love my desk. It's an old-fashioned wooden desk. It's really solid. It's about 5 feet by 3 feet, and it's like a tank. And I decided that I wasn't using it. I need to move it by the wood stove because it's too cold where it is. So you start slow. You use your head. You just see if you can move it an inch. I mean, that's the baseline, right? You just test it out. You give it a little shove. You know, you maybe you turn around and you try to push it with your butt, and then you just see where the lay of the land is,
Yep.
so to speak. Anyway, I got the thing all the way.
Wow.
My friend Bob, was sitting at the kitchen table looking at his computer with his earbuds in, and I did the whole thing. It took me about 20 minutes, and he didn't even flinch. He didn't even know.
You didn't throw something at him and be like, "Help me!"
No, I just kind of wanted to see if I could do it without him noticing, because he had said he would help me.
I'm pretty impressed.
Thanks.
I can't move anything heavy.
Really?
I tried to rearrange the living room while John was outside doing wood at one point this week, and I got it part way, and then it just wasn't working, so I had to push it all back again.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't have to do it.
I was trying to carry just 4 flakes of hay a long ways today. My arms got really tired, so I dropped them and started to cry. This morning, I was just so sweaty and tired because there's so much mud in the pasture.
God,
I had to hike back and forth, back and forth, back and forth because since my dad hasn't finished building this certain barn, we've got horses kind of kept all over the property right now, so you have to drag their food forever.
You know what you need?
I was sick of it.
You need 2 grilled cheese and maybe tomato in it.
Maybe a milkshake.
Yeah, okay, let's do it because we have to go.
All right.
It's time to go.
Are you going to play some music for these people?
Yeah, I'm going to play some Spencer Lewis. But anyway, thank you for listening to 11th Hour Radio.
Yeah, and we are actually going to be back next week on Friday at 11, and we hope you tune in again.
Yeah, have a great week.